Hey guys, Paul here from the Complete Personal Trainer podcast. Today I want to talk about something that's been doing the rounds on social media that's caused a little bit of a controversy. So, Shannon Ponton, the coach from The Biggest Loser, has copped a little bit of flack recently for putting out a nutrition plan that he's used with his clients. And the basic summary of the Instagram video is it's a challenge where people for 30 days eat 1,200 calories per day. So, 1,200 calories per day is definitely a calorie deficit. So let's talk about the diet and the good thing. The good things about it. The first good thing is, yes, it respects the laws of thermodynamics. It puts the client in a definite calorie deficit. So if you're in a calorie deficit, cool, fantastic, you're going to lose weight. We don't really need to argue about that. We don't need to discuss that. 30 days means the diet has a finite time frame, which is quite useful for people. You don't want to have people in definitely a deficit like that for a long period of time. Now the downsides. It's 1,200 damn calories. So if you're someone who, and it's one size fits all approach. So say you're a 90 kilo man, going on 1,200 calories is like starvation. You'll be like breathing calories in when you go around them to try and survive through that. So it's a very, very big deficit, probably too big, which can lead to a loss of lean muscle mass, but also a whole bunch of other negative side effects such as, let's have a look, poor mood, poor training performance, poor work performance, poor sleep, reduced sexual desire and sexual function. The list can go on and on and on. Now, the 30-day period will mitigate it to some degree, but you will definitely experience side effects, dizziness, low blood sugar, low blood pressure. All these things will come as part of most people going on a 1,200 calorie a day diet. So what I want to do today is, rather than just rag on it for all the downsides of it, because I'm sure anyone with like a modicum of nutrition knowledge can work out there's some kind of downsides to this type of approach. What I want to do is to give everyone a better idea on what to do in this type of situation when you're looking at weight loss. The first thing that you want to do before anything happens, then we'll go into the first thing again, is just to identify if your client wants to lose weight. So a lot of PTs will put onto their clients the pressure to lose weight. People don't ever need to lose weight. It's not necessarily a thing that you have to do. It's something that people want to do. So we don't need to push people for it. They may have other goals. But first of all, identify if your client wants to lose weight. Cool. Step 2, work out how losing weight will fit into their value system and their identity. So if we want someone to lose weight, we want it to make a lifestyle change for a long time, we want to work out how that actually makes their life better, besides just the fact that they've lost some weight, that it actually fits into their identity and fits their value system. So their value is being a good parent, like how does losing weight help with that? If it's being a good athlete, how does losing weight do that? So we want to kind of tie those things together. From there, what we want to do with our clients is look at their level of nutritional competency and knowledge, and then look at what type of habits that we're going to coach our clients, rather than just straight out giving people a calorie deficit. If you have a client who has no nutritional knowledge whatsoever, giving them a plan where the habits are to eat like in a certain amount of calories per day, no matter how you calculate it, is going to be hard to do, because their lack of knowledge makes executing the plan really hard to do. It's like being dropped into a foreign country and having to speak the language without any practice. You don't know what's going on. You're not going to get anywhere very effectively. It's going to be a real struggle, and you're going to stuff up a lot. So we need to make sure that our clients are at the right space of nutritional knowledge to then be able to implement that. So if a client doesn't have much nutritional knowledge, their habits could be actually learning about these things, going through a lesson plan that you've created for them to then allow them to actually learn these things and internalize them, and then they'll start doing it by default. They'll start seeing some success, and that success will build on success. If our client's a little bit more nutritional literate, which is totally okay, this is not a judgment call if you are or are not nutritionally literate, what we can do then is we can start looking at calculations. And there's a number of different ways that we can calculate a person's deficit for a fat loss, but generally we're looking at 250 to a 500 calorie deficit from their maintenance calories. So we don't need to go down to a 1,200 calorie a day deficit in most cases. In some cases we do. It's not a magic number, but it's not a number that needs to be avoided at all costs. But we need to look at what that deficit needs to be for that person, and then what approach is just going to be best for them psychologically. So one of the positives about the diet is it's about 30 days. So that's like a 4-week diet, which in the evidence-based community is called a mini cut. Now, a mini cut is generally used if someone has like a photo shoot, if they're a physique model to get ready for, or in like a very quick period of time, or if someone's doing a massing phase, like they're aiming on hypertrophy and you want to just get rid of a little bit excess fluff. You want to drop their body fat down just a touch. So mini cut can work. A slow, long, controlled deficit can work. It's basically working with your client to figure out which plan is going to work best for them psychologically so they can get the best possible adherence out of it. No plan is inherently better than the other until we take into account adherence. If we were going to go for the most evidence-based sound plan, we would have someone in a small calorie deficit and they would get them on the diet for 10 to 12 weeks until they've lost no more than 10% body weight. Then we'd get them on a maintenance plan for the exact same period of time to make that their new normal, and then rinse and repeat. For a lot of people, that's too long-term a thing to actually get going on. For some people, doing a more intense deficit initially and really getting that progress can work with them more effectively. So you really need to qualify the client you're working with to look at what approach is going to work for them, look at what works best for them psychologically, what gives them the best adherence, and then also look at what level of nutritional literacy the client has, and then you can coach them based approximately on that. If it's someone who has very low nutritional literacy, spend the time teaching them about nutritional concepts so they can get a better intrinsic grasp on this. They can develop autonomy, they can develop mastery of it, which a human needs, and then from there, they'll start taking care of the progress themselves. So guys, that's my commentary on the Shannon Ponton controversy. I don't want to take a dump on it. Actually, there's one more point I will make now. I forgot to mention it. He talks about one of the most important things is he's got results with lots of people over 30 days. Yes, sure, you may have got lots of results with people, but just because it got results doesn't mean it's the best way to get results. If I wanted to change someone's body composition incredibly quickly without worrying about other elements of health, like social health, the micronutrient health, a number of different things, like all the factors of deep health, I would just put them on a whole bunch of performance enhancing drugs and give them a severe calorie deficit. People will lose weight really quick like that, but it's not the best way to go about it in terms of taking care of the person as a whole person. So when it comes to results, just because a method gets results, we don't need to, lots of things have got results before. Taking a whole bunch of drugs probably isn't the best way to go about it. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree. If we look at what's gotten results, plus what's proven to be the best way to go about our business, what's called the best practice, if we combine those two things together, we can always generally find a better way that's going to work for our clients better. Thanks heaps for listening, guys. Chat soon.